So my big question to you is, what are we doing to stop ourselves from falling in love? That kind of sounds like a crazy question coming from a matchmaker, love coach, relationship expert, and dating tips guru of it all. But I really want to ask you this very important question. I am Jacqueline, proud founder and creator of Discover Love Matches. And I've been working with so many clients lately. And after all this time, kind of had to pause with dating and relationships got a little more complicated during the pandemic. People did a lot of deep dive, a lot of personal work, but they also created more walls and more obstacles. And I want you to start asking yourself, what are you doing to actually deny yourself love? Stop yourself from finding love. People keep feeling like, oh, I'll find it when it happens, or it's timing, or I'm doing everything, I'm showing up, I'm doing homework, I am participating. But really, what's the core part that you kind of find is a pattern of yours that makes it hard? Do you have a hard time getting physically close with somebody? Do you wait till you feel safe? Do you wait till you feel like this is a long-term relationship? Or are you somebody that's more comfortable with just a quick hookup, a one night stand? Maybe somebody who's just a dial a date person. Maybe someone that you just know will be good and compliment it, but never challenge or ask you extra questions, or have you work on compromising because of the fact that it's just a be together when you feel like it kind of relationship. So therefore, it's not really building a love relationship. There's adoring moments for sure. And I was thinking about some conversations that I've had with clients and how sometimes people stop themselves from falling in love based on other people's experiences. So if you've had a friend who went through a really bad breakup in a similar dynamic to a dating opportunity you have, do you find yourself ever thinking, well, I don't want to do that? Maybe it was an age difference. Somebody was much older or much younger, and you think, oh, I already know people, it didn't work, so I'm not going to do that. How many preconceived notions do you have that deny you the opportunity of actually really getting to know someone? Do you look for people who are older or younger, but wish you did the opposite? Do you focus on somebody who maybe is less confident, or do you focus on somebody who is very confident and it builds your confidence to say, hey, how about we go out? Let's get to know each other. Do you pick people that are long distance, or do you pick people that are only close and that you can meet much easily, that you don't have to put any drive time or schedule coordinations? Where are your parameters, and are they for the right reasons? I know that a big reason people hire my agency is because I hold them accountable. It's not always easy. It's very uncomfortable for clients a lot of times. And I do it with as much love as I can, but I don't do it with fluff, because obviously you don't get to the point of hiring a professional to guide you if you're going to not really gain or learn anything from it. But I want you to stop and think, what are the things I'm doing to make it so it's harder for somebody to date me? It's harder for me to be dateable. What is it? Are you focusing on how you look, how you carry yourself? Do you not feel you are pretty enough, handsome enough? Do you not really want to compromise with anyone? You kind of want it your way or the highway, so you'd rather keep light relationships, ones that don't make it go a little bit deeper. And I think about the times that, that young love, when you're young, high school, early college, and you do anything to be with that person. But when we get older and we've had some heartbreaks and we've had some disappointments, I notice people tend to really not be very flexible, be kind of caught up in their old patterns, and say, well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, whatever. And the truth is, people really want to have love. They want to know they have somebody who's got their back. They want to know there's someone who's actually going to celebrate with them when there's a positive. And obviously, when life is crappy and there's obstacles, they want to know somebody's in their corner. It's tough being a positive, optimistic, outgoing, excited, vivacious person when you don't have a counterbalance of somebody else that's there to just let you put your guard down, let you relax. And if you feel like you have to be on so much with so many first dates and never get to second and third, you can start to get a little frustrated to even go to the first date, because you don't want to put yourself in a position that, oh, it might not work. Well, we'll never know if it'll work if you don't even go out in the first place. So it's kind of a tricky little dance we have to do with ourselves. But every chance you have to meet someone new, every chance, whether it's a coffee moment where you kind of catch each other's eye passing by and you wonder if you should approach them, or your dating app, or a friend sends someone to you, or hey, you meet someone fabulous in my agency, what is your immediate reaction to what do you not want? What is not possible for you? And what are you saying no to? Because that's so often what we're kind of ingrained to do. It's easier to actually say it's not working. I can't find, there's no good men, good women out there, instead of saying, well, the last few people I went out with, I learned this about myself. I started to notice that I get a little sarcastic, or I get a little insecure, or I get a little frustrating because I want more from the person, but I'm not really ready to give more. And I want you to start asking yourself these questions. Be honest. If you are single because you genuinely need time out from dating and being in a relationship, I absolutely celebrate that. I'm a huge advocate of that because we need time to heal from the past. We also need me time. We need our alone time. We need to take our own travels and our adventures and do our own journaling and remember what we like. A lot of times people go from one relationship to the next, but not really a plan on how they want to improve the next relationship. And so they keep repeating the patterns of the past. And often I have to step back and pause and say, okay, hold on. What are we doing similar? Who are we copying? Who are we taking on this journey? Is it the new person? Or are we still carrying along the old person? And sometimes dating timeout is the best thing you can do, because if you're not fully ready, feeling healthy and vibrant and excited about who you are and what you have to offer, then you're going to come in with an empty plate. You're going to come in with so little to offer the other person, they're not going to see why you should be the special one that they pick. Plus, you're going to be a little less patient and a little less generous with what you have to offer as a potential partner. So let me know in the comments below, what is it that you are working on to make yourself a little more or a lot more open to love? Falling in love is scary. Falling in love isn't easy, but falling in love can be exciting and titillating and stimulating and powerful. But it means putting yourselves out there and saying, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for, and I'm actually going to show up for it. I'm not expecting something from you that I'm not willing to give in return, but also understanding that you want to get to know the partner, the person that you're discovering. So many people show up with, this is what I want, come join my world, but they forget to say, who are you? What do you like? What are you looking for? How do you want to be in a relationship? So we can even see if we have that much in common. Chemistry is such an interesting aspect. We focus so much on if I'm attracted to the person or not. Well, attraction comes in so many layers. And once we feel a heart connection, we feel like we could resonate and spend time and enjoy a conversation, somebody can become more attractive. Somebody gorgeous can be super unattractive if they're self-indulgent. They only care about their own wants and needs. They really don't ask any questions to discover more about you, and they're self-focused. That is not attractive. So give yourself permission to actually fall for someone and it doesn't work. I want you to actually let yourself not worry about the outcome. Some conversations I have with clients, they've already thought too far in the future of what they're wanting before they've even given the relationship a possibility. And I know that for most people, if they trajectoried forward too much with most dating situations, they could come up with 1,000,001 reasons why it's not going to work. But I also know people can say, hey, let's be present today. I'm enjoying them right now. Let's build some blocks of connection and communication. And that's how you build a foundation. But only if you're willing to let somebody get close, let them know your boundaries, let them know your wants, needs, and desires, and give them a chance to show up. We have to remember that we all come from our own past history, relationships, family dynamics, friendships, breakups, friendship marriages, that we have this accumulation of stories and situations in our mind that we have played out, but not always with a real person. And this is a chance for you to step back and say, I genuinely want to fall in love. I want to have that partnership. I got to start doing things differently. So check out my site, discoverlovematches.com. Read more of our videos, or watch more of our videos, read more of our workbooks, be a part of our program to help you start looking at finding love differently. It's not going to be the same as it was when you got to be homecoming princess, you got to meet somebody at your chemistry class in college, you ended up meeting the neighbor and having a great relationship. Yes, those are awesome, spontaneous, loving situations. But our world is different. We're mobile. We have flexibility in how we get to know people. And we have history. Some people have kids. Some people have divorces. Some people have trauma. We all come with all the parts that make us so incredible. So I want you to show up because there's somebody out there right now that's wondering where you are, somebody that wants to love you, somebody that wants to be loved by you. But they can't get to you, they can't get closer to you if you don't make some room for someone to find you and to be loved by you. So, what are you going to do to start moving away some of these obstacles that are not necessarily the ones that you need to stop yourself from finding the relationship you dream about, desire, and want? Because you know what? You're absolutely worth it. Let's keep this conversation going, and we're going to keep talking about love and finding your match.